Yesterday, DC finally released their DC All-In Special #1, which is the big comic set to begin an all-new era. This new era has all new comics in two different universes: the Prime Universe, where heroes as we always knew them exist, and the Absolute Universe, where darker, more challenged heroes exist. But how does this Elseworld finally get activated? And which surprising character is put into the spotlight to explore this all-new world? See, DC All-In #1 is split into two parts that both converge into each other. The first part shows the formation of the new Justice League Unlimited and the return of the Watchtower. The Justice League is finally back after 2 years of forgettable stories and the rushed Absolute Power event. And it seems like DC is finally heading into a brighter tomorrow with interesting storylines for all DC heroes, not just a few. See, many heroes are invited to the Justice League as the team's lineup grows larger than ever before. But one character is put primarily into the focus, this hero being Booster Gold. Yeah, but the greatest hero you've never heard of is finally back, and he is more essential and more important than ever before. See, Booster Gold has always been a character, a hero, played for laughs, and for a long time, he's been trying to prove to the Justice League that he deserves a spot on the team. That was actually the premise of the Blue and Gold miniseries from a few years back. Amazing comic, highly recommend. And at that time, the Justice League didn't see him fit for the team yet. But finally, Superman offers him a place on the team and gives him a membership card in one of the best interactions in the entire comic. From here, Booster Gold, he arrives late for the big Justice League Unlimited meeting, and within just a few pages, a conflict arrives for the League to handle. See, the Watchtower is attacked by one of DC's most powerful villains, Darkseid. Yeah, but Darkseid is back, but does DC actually have interesting plans for his character this time? I can honestly say that DC Comics have not treated Darkseid well in the past decade, and I'll go more in depth with that in a future video, but for now, this comic, DC All-In, it gives me hope, alright? It looks like they're doing something interesting. See, whereas Booster Gold is the focus of the first half of the comic, Darkseid is the focus of the second half of the comic. And in Darkseid's half, we see him go on a quest to bond with the wrath of God, the Spectre. On his quest, he kills his son Calabac, he then attacks Hell, where Trigon resides, and then he attacks Zuriel in Heaven. You know, that guardian angel from Grant Morrison's JLA run? Yep, he's back. I never expected Zuriel to return. But yeah, he's back for a brief moment. After Zuriel is dealt with, we see the return of Eclipso, who tries to take control of Darkseid once and for all. But Darkseid, bro, he gets the upper hand in epic moments, and right before he is about to bond with the Spectre, he's interrupted by the Quintessence. Yeah, the Quintessence are back to stop Darkseid once again. Did they not learn their lesson after getting destroyed by Darkseid in Infinite Frontier like only a few years back? I guess not, because they fell very quickly again. And from here, Darkseid, he is able to bond with the Spectre, and we get this amazing new design that is just so dope. See, Darkseid's main goal is to separate himself from the DC Prime Earth and build an army full of despair, an army that will rival Superman's hope and the Prime DC Universe. An army, a world that will give Darkseid purpose again and allow him to maybe destroy the DC Prime Universe in the far future. And in this comic, Darkseid, he decides that in order for him to accomplish this goal, he must bond with the Spectre and attack the Justice League. But why is he doing this? Is he attacking to destroy them, or does he want them to destroy him? See, after Darkseid crashes into the Watchtower, we get an epic fight between him and the Justice League Unlimited, and at the end of it, he doesn't win. he actually gets destroyed, and he thanks the Justice League for destroying him. Weird, right? At this point, the Justice League, they realize that Darkseid is? No, Darkseid was. And he's actually not fully gone. See, the DC heroes, they realize that Darkseid's energy, his anti-life, has been transported and implemented somewhere else. Where, you ask? Well, you guys remember that Elseworld that was mentioned at the end of Dark Knight's death metal back in 2021? Well, it is back and is no longer in a primordial state. See, Darkseid's anti-life has consumed and activated into a world full of despair and darker versions of the heroes we all know and love. This is the absolute universe where the new Batman, the Batman who lives, Wonder Woman, the underworld version, and Superman, I don't really know what this version is, but I guess we'll find out. This is where all these heroes, if you could call them that, reside. Now, the Justice League obviously see this world as a problem and a potentially big threat, so they decide that it must be explored. The big problem, though, with this absolute universe is it is stuck in a weird time vibration that does not allow any kind of visitor. Only time travelers can enter into the absolute universe, and this is where Booster Gold comes into the equation. All my Booster Gold fans, stand up! See, the first half of this comic pushes the fact that Booster Gold is lost, void of purpose, and he's been looking for something important, something heroic to do. And what's more heroic than his sacrifice? See, after entering the Watchtower headquarters in a dope way, Booster Gold tells the Trinity that he'll take the risk and possibly sacrifice himself by heading on over to the absolute universe alone. Mr. Terrific and the DC Trinity then allow Green Lantern to do this, and they send him over with Skeets as his only way back. Unfortunately, though, Skeets and Booster Gold are separated on their way to the absolute universe, and when Booster arrives, he realizes that he is now in a really bad situation. And guys, what he finds is wild. Like, bro, like, I got so excited. Like, man, not only do I love the fact that Booster Gold is like our entry point into the absolute universe, but I also love the fact that this comic lays down like a lot of seeds and sets up the final cliffhanger in this comic so well. Like, all the buildup just gets you more intrigued, and when it is finally revealed, what I'm about to show you, like, if you don't get hyped, I don't know what would get you hyped. So let me tell you, alright, let's get into it. You remember how I told you that Darkseid was trying to build a huge, powerful army? Well, he accomplished just that. On the final double page spread of this comic, Booster Gold looks up and he sees Darkseid at like giant size and his army in front of him. This army looks to contain anti-life powered legionnaires from the Legion of Superheroes. So it looks like this absolute universe has already fallen into a dark despair, and the darkness that Darkseid was looking for, what he was pushing for, and it also looks like he has built an army of legionnaires to do his dirty work, and we might see in like the far future like an absolute Justice League fighting against these evil legionnaires and this giant sized Darkseid. Like, Darkseid looks like a titan now, and I always loved when he was depicted as such a big cosmic being. Like, dude, he does not get any more powerful than this. And yeah, we'll see where the absolute universe leads and what happens to Booster Gold's character next, but count me excited, man. This comic is just awesome. It sets up a lot, and I'm excited for the future. The art in this comic is amazing, and the pacing is really good. So far, it seems like DC is setting up Darkseid and Booster Gold for great things. And yeah, I'm just really happy that Booster Gold is being treated so well. It really seems like Scott Snyder, and especially Joshua Williams, Williamson loved the character. Joshua Williamson, he recently talked about Booster Gold in an interview, saying sometimes people write him off as if he's a joke, and I think he's not a joke though. He's a person who generally wants to be a hero at this point. There was a version of him when he first started out that thought, oh, I'm gonna go make money. This is about money. But I think at this point, we've shown that he's grown past that. He is a member of the Justice League. He is somebody who really wants to do good, and he doesn't bumble into things anymore. He is making a choice. That was something for us. It was a big thing. When the Trinity made the decision for Booster to go to the Absolute Universe, it wasn't like Booster rushed in and jumped in and ignored orders. No, he made a choice. He makes the sacrifice. He really says, I'm gonna be the one to do this, and this is my moment. And then I started all these other conversations about Booster having him say at the beginning, I feel lost. I don't feel like I belong here. I feel like it's my time to go home. It's my responsibility to go back to the future, and then to have that taken from him and him have this moment of, oh no, you know what? This is it right here. This is what I'm here to do. I'm here to help save the day through this. And we get to tell a bit of that. And then Booster, he'll be gone for a while because of this. And so there's a bigger piece to the story of Booster. And I think people will be really surprised if and when Booster returns. So yeah, the comic and just Joshua Williamson talking about Booster and all the future plans he has for the character gets me so excited. I'm gonna give DC All-In Special #1 an 8.5 out of 10. I recommend it. But you guys tell me your thoughts down below. What do you think about DC All-In? Are you excited for Booster Gold's character arc that they're building? Are you excited for what they're doing with Darkseid? Are you excited for the Absolute Universe? Next week, Absolute Batman #1 comes out, and you already know I'm gonna be talking about it. So stay tuned for that video, and actually stay tuned for more comic book videos on this channel. I think I'm gonna do more of those. There's some stories that have been coming out that have my interest, and I want to talk about it. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching DC Nation, and peace out.